Talagang nag-divide kami ng personalities, Mr. Chair, para tutukan talaga. Mr. Chair, just to emphasize, meron pa nga one of the, kasi every 6 o'clock in the morning ang palitan namin ng surveillance team on each and every persons of interest. There was a time na 5:30 galing sa Dumoy, 5:30 ng umaga, umalis, sir, yung isang incheck, so sinundan ng mga tao natin, dumiretso, sir, sa Cagayan de Oro. So wala na magawa yung tao natin, but dumiretso rin sa Cagayan de Oro.
To tail him.
Yeah, to tail him, kasi baka mawala eh.
So ganun ka-extensive yung
Yes,
investigation
Mr. Chair.
ninyo. Now, question. If ganun ka-extensive yung investigation ninyo, bakit hindi nyo in-include sa investigation ninyo si Michael Yang? When you already knew at that time that Alan C. had a business with Michael Yang.
Mr. Chair, kasi nga, walang Michael Yang na lumalabas dun sa initial investigation, sa initial intelligence namin, Mr. Chair.
I get that, sir. You already testified to that before. Ang question ko lang kasi, sinundan niyo siya sa Bunawan kasi may foam factory siya doon. Bakit hindi niyo siya sinundan sa DCLA? May business din siya doon eh. And Jed C. testified that Alan C. had several meetings with Michael Yang.
Mr. Chair, hindi naman lahat ng tao, although maraming tao talaga kaming kinonsider, hindi naman lahat ng tao, tututukan natin. Ang dealing with Michael Yang during that time, as stated by Jed Pilapil, is that magkatabi sila ng si Michael Yang ang may-ari ng commercial building, kung saan doon nagbebenta ng foam, sila Jed Pilapil. Yes, Mr. Chair. So, hindi naman lahat dapat nating puntahan. Since Michael Yang is not included in the investigation, so sayang yung tao namin na idadala kay Michael Yang kesa sa ipa-follow up namin yung ibang personalities.
I'm asking that, sir. Kaya nga, tinanong kita kanina kung how extensive was the surveillance. Sabi niyo extensive. In fact, sinundan niyo pa to Cagayan de Oro. I mean, the fact that you send someone to Cagayan de Oro to tail a person and not question someone within the city, parang doon ako patungo, sir. I hope you understand,
Yes,
no?
yes, Mr.
So why not? Why wasn't there an investigation on Michael
Hindi
Yang?
kasi kilala si Michael Yang during that time, Mr. Chair. Hindi kilala talaga si Michael Yang
Hindi kilala
during
in
that
the
time.
sense na connected to drugs or something like that.
Anything.
Or connected to illegal activities.
Anything,
nothing like
Mr.
that.
Chair. Wala talaga, hindi talaga kilala. Kasi kung kilala siya, Mr. Chair, talagang inoperate
Sisilipin
talaga.
niyo rin?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair.
Okay. How about yung Bunawan? Was it connected to any illegal activities? The foam factory?
Michael Yang, Mr. Chair?
No, Alan C.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But you only found out about the scrubbers after you raided it, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But prior to that, was
Alam
there
namin na foam factory niya yon, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. Kasi nga, nagbebenta siya ng...
Kaya nga, if you will let me finish ba, prior to the raid, was there any illegal activity going on in the foam factory?
Nag-prioritize kami, Mr. Chair, kasi during that time...
Yes or no lang, sir?
Yes, kasi yung gusto ko lang makita ng committee, yung point of thinking ko during that time.
Sige.
Marami na kaming areas of interest. Pero, nakunan kasi namin ng actual video, Mr. Chair, yung Dumoy Laboratory na talaga nagmamanufacture doon.
Right.
So, stop muna kami sa iba, doon kami nag-prioritize, Mr. Chair, sa Dumoy Laboratory.
Dumoy. Yeah, ang tanong ko po is bakit nyo in-include ang foam factory kung sa tingin nyo wala naman kayong illegal activities na nakita prior to the raid?
Na andun, sir, namin nakita si Alex Kim.
Si Alex Kim.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yun yung chief chemist nung laboratory.
Okay, so you're saying that what triggered your interest in the Bunawan Foam Factory was the presence of Alex Kim.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So without the presence of Alex Kim, you would not have dug
Pinabayaan
deeper
namin
into
yun,
the
sir.
Bunawan Foam Factory.
Yes,
Tama
Mr.
po ba?
Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, last na lang, no? Ito lang, ang question ko lang is, itong kay Alan C., no? If he was the key figure in this Dumoy raid, but parang it stopped after the Dumoy raid? Parang you don't hear of Alan C. after that eh. You know, even if you said that there was a manhunt that was conducted, parang nawala eh. No? I mean, tama po ba?
Yes. we filed a case against them, Johnson Chua and Alan C. Pero wala nga dun sa area eh. So we believe na, sandali, nakatakas na to. But still, ginagamit pa rin namin yung intelligence community to look for him, Mr. Chair.
My point kasi, sir, is in a form of manifestation. It's like, if Alan C. was a key figure in this Dumoy raid, and that Dumoy raid was very significant because it's the first in Davao eh, na ganun kalaki na Shabu Factory, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ako, sa tingin ko, there should have been more noise in looking for this guy eh. Kasi central figure siya eh sa nangyari sa Dumoy eh. So, the fact na parang biglang nawala din yung interest on Alan C. O after it, parang it raises some questions, no? Na is there truth to the insinuation or the allegations of some other people that Alan C. and et al. Were actually killed after the operations in Dumoy? Kaya parang wala nang naririnig about them after the Dumoy raid.
I have no idea about that, Mr. Chair.
So any comment on that manifestation?
We exerted effort, Mr. Chair, to look for them. Kaya lang yun nga, regional director lang ako ng Region 11 eh. And most probably, whole Philippines na yung gagalawan niya eh. So really...
To get away from you.
Yes, kasama nga namin si Colonel Acherto, Mr. Chair eh. And the EDSOT is the key team for the Philippine National Police. Kaya nga sabi namin na kung may maitutulong, di sa PNP na natin. Kasi limited talagang ang tao namin sa PIDEA, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, DG Villanueva. To the current PIDEA, sir, do you have any idea what happened to Alan C. after the Dumoy raid?
We do not have information regarding Alan C, sir.
So do you have information on what PIDEA Region 11 did to look for Alan C. after the Dumoy raid? Walang mga reports ba na...
As we have said, sir, we have only the spot report and we have the, again, sir, I'm standing corrected, we have the Blatter report on January
Yun lang.
of 2004 and 2005.
So that's the only file that you have as far as the Dumoy raid is concerned?
That is what we have only, sir.
Okay, how about the other agencies that were involved in that raid? Did they furnish PIDEA with a copy of their own respective reports?
Only the PNP, sir, has reported to us. Only the Region 11 PDEA reported to the national headquarters, sir.
Wala nang other agencies like yung mga sinabi ni DG Villanueva kanina na kasama nila?
No report for PDEA, sir.
No report whatsoever. Okay, so thank you, DG. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Flores. Before we continue, may we ask the two co-chairs of the Quad Committee to return to your seats. And ikaw na? Ikaw na? Ikaw na? Wala.
Boss, ito po yung ano, siya yung witness. Yung
Okay, we have another witness who actually volunteered information to this committee on the issue of the extrajudicial killings. He is Mr. Joel Sarmenta. You're here, no, Mr. Sarmenta. He is, or he was the former consultant of the CHR chairman Chito Gascon, no, correct? And he brought with him a witness, Miss Marisa Hamoy, the mother of Darwin Hamoy, a minor who was killed during the past administration's drug war, known as the Payatas Birthday Massacre. And we'd like to hear his story and see what legislation we can produce out of the story of Miss Marisa Hamoy. So before that, we'd like to acknowledge Mr. Sarmenta. Mr. Sarmenta, do you have an opening statement?
In a minute,